In this lesson, we are introducing the hinge movement. So eventually when you get to dumbbells and weights, this is going to be the movement that you use for things like deadlifts and good mornings. For now, it's called the hinge and it is body weight only. Let's get into it. So for the hinge movement, it's going to start with your feet hip width apart, okay? And it's different from the squat. There's less active knee bending involved. So to get into our hinge, my feet are hip width apart. I'm going to engage my core. I'm going to pull my shoulders back and down while keeping my core engaged. And now I'm going to initiate the movement by sitting my hips back. So I like to pretend that something is pushing me right here. Now, my upper body only comes down as much as my hips are making it. So I'm not actively bending my upper body forward. All right. So it's like this. Core is engaged, back is nice and straight. I'm pushing my hips back. I'm pushing them back. Okay. I feel a stretch in the hamstrings. My chest is parallel to the floor. I'm looking down, so I'm not looking up like this and straining my neck. Okay, I feel that pull, I can't go back anymore, and so I come up. All right, so let's do that again. This time I'm going to cross my hands over my chest. My core is engaged, back is flat, feet are hip width apart. Okay, I'm looking down, and I'm going to slowly start to push my hips back, while keeping that core engaged. Good, I feel a big stretch in my hamstrings right here. Okay, now it's time to come back up to standing. All right, so if you have trouble with not bending the knees, a lot of people start to mix up the hinge and the squat. So if you're finding that yours is looking a little bit more like a squat, this is what you're going to do. You're going to stand in front of like a coffee table, something that can hit behind the knees. Okay, a coffee table or a chair. Okay, this actually is not great because it's on an angle, which doesn't help me. I'm not going to edit that out because I think that was a great explanation, so bear with me. I have a nice solid box here. You can use a coffee table or, again, a chair, something that kind of hits you right behind the knees or above. You're going to bring your feet right up to it, and we're going to start our hinge. So let's review. Core is engaged, back is straight. Let's cross our arms over our chest. We're going to tuck our chin down, and now we're slowly going to push our hips back. Okay, so my knees are not moving away from the object at all. Good. Then you're going to drive up. Okay, so as you're hinging, your knees should be touching whatever object you are using, and that's going to help you from turning it into kind of a half squat, half hinge situation. So let's do a couple together. I'm going to move away from the box, or rather I'm going to move it away from me. Look at me using this push movement. All right, let's do it together. So our feet are hip width apart, toes forward. I'm going to cross my arms over my chest. My core is engaged, so I'm kind of turning my hips towards my ribs. Shoulders pulled back and down. I'm looking down. Okay, while keeping my core engaged, I'm going to slowly start sticking my butt back. Okay, good. Keep going till it can go no more. You feel a stretch in your hamstrings and drive up. Let's do a couple more. A good cue that I like to use is like you're closing a car door with your butt. So let's do it again. Core is engaged, arms across the chest. I'm looking down. My feet are hip width apart. My back is straight. And I'm slowly going to start to push my hips back. So imagine something pushing you right at the hips, just pushing you back. And you feel that stretch and drive up. So the hinge movement we also use when we're bending and lifting and some other things in life. So take any notes that you need, and I will see you in the next lesson.